What's good, people? What's going on this road to tape? What's happening with y'all? Yo. What's cracking? What's cracking? Y'all see what the topic is. Y'all know what's going on. Shout out to Profi, man. Ray Peters in the building. They say it's confirmed. I've been hearing it. Everything's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? 56 years old, man. Say Revolt TV just reported on it, and Kevin Samuels passed away. All right. Salute it back to you, Howard. Brian, what's going on with it, brother? What's going on, man? LJ in the building. What's up, LJ? Dollar Will, what's up, Dollar Will? I see you dropped some videos the other day. I gotta go check it out, man. Y'all see what I'm sipping on, man. Y'all already know what time it is. This ain't the real Presidente, but, you know, it'll do. Stephen O, what's going on? J Mo says, RIP to the legend. Is he a legend? You know, it's a lot of mixed reviews out there with Kevin Samuels, man. A lot of mixed reviews, man. What the fuck? That ain't funny. It's real. All right. Nah, definitely ain't nothing funny about death. What's going on, Greg? Jamil Edwards in the building. Marie, what's going on? I need a woman's voice on the panel. You ain't busy. Hit me up in the WhatsApp. I'm gonna send you an invite. See if you want to come on and talk about it. I definitely need a female on here because y'all have y'all own visions of the man. So I'm gonna send you a link just in case you want to use it. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, man, I think it's a sad day, man. In the black manosphere, black YouTube community, man. If this brother is passed away, I know a lot of y'all saying you already got confirmation and everything, but until I see it on TMZ, on the news, hey, sometimes you can't believe everything. He might be in a hospital, he might be in a tough condition. Shit, I remember when I was in the hospital, people were saying I was dead. So, it's not a good feeling when people are already saying dead without the confirmation. Need that confirmation, my brother. Definitely need that. Capricorn Way in the house. What's going on? Fireman, what's happening? Somebody had to be me. Jay Mitch in the building, man. What's going on, man? Is it real or what, man? People have been calling me all day like, yo, Rich, you in Atlanta, man. You out that way, where he at, man? Can you confirm everything? What's going on? I'm like, bro, I know just as much as y'all do. I don't know Kevin Samuel personal. I don't know where he live at. I don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like y'all, man. I don't know what's going on. All right, Maria, I'm gonna try to email you, but I just sent you the link. You can send that to your email, but let me try to copy your email real quick. Let me send it to you. A lot of guys don't like to hear the woman's opinion, but me personally, hey, look, it is what it is. I like to hear what both sides got to say about it. There's a lot of women out here celebrating the supposedly death of this man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how people, they hate you that much that they would celebrate in your passing. That's how much you affect them. That just goes to show you. All right, I sent you one. That just goes to show you how powerful, his words were and everything. So, what's going on, Mr. G? Let me catch up with the chat, and then I'm gonna chop it up. Sad black women celebrate. Okay, women can keep ignoring what black men like now. They can keep on thinking we like them dumb eyelash. Oh shoot. Man, I seen on the internet it was a white guy. He posted a sign talk about by the way, we don't like them dumbass long eyelashes. It was a white guy. I don't know who he was talking to, but saying he was talking to somebody. All right, Maria, I emailed you. So if you want to come on, chop it up, give your honest opinion on Kevin Samuels, whether it's good or bad. I like to hear the good and the bad. What's going on, John? Sugar Skull in the building. I don't know. I started to hit O'Shea up to see what he was talking about, but something told me, nah, don't hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he knew Kevin Samuels. I know they chopped it up a lot. You know what I'm saying? O'Shea was one of the guys that helped boost Kevin Samuels in the Black Manosphere. Because when Kevin Samuels first came on YouTube, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. G, but he was promoting like cologne and fashion and stuff like that. Am I right on that?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, you're correct. He was more so into the fashion lane, men's wear, men's um apparel etiquette and things of that nature. Obviously, the the main core of who he is. I mean, who he was, which was image consulting. So yeah, you're correct. So he was more so with the image thingy.
Right, right, right. Yeah, so and then a lot of women, they bash him, but they don't realize like he spent a lot of times critiquing guys, telling them, hey, you need to lose weight, hey, you need to do this, and just different things. He was kind of insulting the guys in the beginning, you know, and he kind of flipped it towards the women. And, women, they don't like the truth. Most women don't want to hear the truth. They want them guys to, just tell them sweet lies, sweet nothings. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they look for. So when a guy just come with them hardcore facts like that, man, they don't want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? You there with me, brother?
Yeah, yeah, you're correct about that, man. And that's the whole thing, right? The hypocrisy of women, right? Women are very hypocritical, right? To pander to them. You can see that just on the simple example of have a girlfriend, or if you have a female friend or whatnot, and she knows how she looks, she already knows the truth about herself, about her looks, but she'll ask you how she is fat when she's already knows she's fat. So why are you asking me that? That's because you're seeking for that validation. You're seeking for me to lie to you. Women lie, women love when men lie to them because they want you to pretend what's in their face. That's not what it is.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, let me see. Dollar Will says no public word from O'Shea, Obsidian, or BGS. Who is BGS? I know you be all over the black man.
BGS, that's oh, you don't know BGS? Wow, that's crazy.
I mean,
I
I
think I
don't
think
know
I
who
think you
is.
know. No, no, no. I think you've I'm sure, I'm almost positive you probably don't follow his content, the crowd he runs into. But BGS is an OG of the Manosphere. By the way, shout out to BGS. Um, I don't always agree with everything that he talks about, but BGS is one of the OGs, one of the matter of fact, BGS is one of the fathers of the space that we call Black Manosphere. I'm not sure if he's one of the founder, but he's one of the OGs. He's been around for a long time. If you know Edward Anderson,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, I know him.
who else? Yeah, there's a bunch of other people
But
that
what,
you
what, what the
know.
BGS stand for though? What it stand for?
Black Gnostic speaks. He's a very
Um,
smart brother. Like I fucks with BGS heavy, man. I used to not agree with a lot of the things that he talk about or the way the way he sort of promotes himself in in the Black Manosphere spaces, because BGS will tell you he has research and know everything, and that's where I'll be looking at him side eye a bit. But BGS is an OG, very smart brother. He's part of the Manosphere, and I'm sure a lot of the brothers that he do content with. Shout out to BGS again.
Bruh, to get back on this comment, well, maybe they want confirmation before they just jump out and throw videos, especially like when you know somebody personally, man. You want to kind of wait until everything is confirmed, or maybe maybe they're not taking it well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure O'Shea gonna do some videos on him, talk about him and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Good men die young. Absolutely. The white man holding them back. You funny, man. Shout out to K Mac for the Cash App donation, man. Appreciate you, man. You got any questions or you want to say something? Let me know. Oh, shout out Jamil Edwards. This good point right here. He did used to drink a lot of them Red Bulls. They saying that he died from a heart attack. That could contribute to that. Definitely. You know, Red Bull speeds your heart up, man. So be careful. Anytime I drink like an energy drink or something, which is very rarely, I just drink like half of it, man. But the Red Bull is so small. I mean, it's you pretty much gonna drink the whole can, but I try to get those 5 hour energies and just drink half of it. I mainly take them like if I'm driving at night and I'm sleepy or something, or when I travel, I do pop them just to stay up or whatever. You mess with the energy drinks, bro?
I don't. I've had energy drinks here and there, but I'm not one of those people that's like an energy drink connoisseur. Like every damn morning, every damn day, I gotta have me energy. How people that drink Starbucks, like they gotta have a Starbucks. People that drink Dunkin' Donut, they gotta have a Dunkin' Donut every day. I know this lady I used to work with back in Boston. She's a big Dunkin' Donut person. Well, over there in Boston, period. That's where the headquarters of Dunkin' Donut is. They fuck with Dunkin' Donut heavy, but this lady, she is a Dunkin' Donut connoisseur, right? And she'll be all hyped and stuff like that, all jittery and shit. So I guess it does something for her. But I'm not a person like that when it comes to energy drink. Now I will get me an energy drink if I'm on the road. I'm on a 4 or 5 hour drive and I'm tired. I'm like, I need something to pick me up. I'll get me some energy drink and some sunflower seed, but I don't drink energy drinks like that.
Right, right, right. Yeah, man. This brother was only 56 years old, man. And I mean, I'm not sure if he, was big on working out or whatever the case is, but it's like, man, when it's your time to go, bruh, I don't care what you could be a vegetarian, you could be working out in the gym, you know, it's your
It's
time,
quite
man.
it's, it's quite interesting you're saying that because I just went back into the gym myself, and all of this thing got me thinking, because whenever things like that happen, whenever you go on Facebook and you find out one of your classmates from high school died, it's that things will make you reflect on yourself. What are you doing with life, and where do you want to go, how much time I have left, and how should you be living your life, things of that nature. So I think it's quite a time to reflect. I hear a lot of people around the internet, whether it's Twitter, obviously YouTube too, Clubhouse, many platforms, right? The way they should be approaching just tragic news, they're approaching it from a very judgmental perspective instead of self-reflecting on life, things of that nature. They're not doing that, but yeah, I do think man in the so-called manosphere spaces. men that used to follow him. I think instead of just going back to the message and pushing it or trying to relieve the message, I think they should also take some time to do some self reflection about their life, their health, and things of that nature. Because I'm thinking, man, I was just thinking tonight. I'm like, wow. I mean, 50, what, 56, 52 or 56? He was what, 50,
Somebody saying he 53, but I
53?
thought it was 56.
Okay, 53, 56, almost the same thing. But that's kind of, I mean, in this modern age, that's not old. That's not old. That's borderline middle age. And if you have good health and decent health practice, I think you should have a good amount of years left, right? But you never know when you're gonna go, man. So I'm thinking like, what I'm gonna do with my life? How should I live my life? Like, should I just keep on working? And like in this country, they tell you you work till you're like what, 63 or 66. I think the retirement age went up. Like it's what, 65 or
It's like
66?
70 now for the people that's born like after 85.
70? Is it? No, I think 66.
Ronald Reagan changed that.
Well, you know what? I believe you because they've been pushing it forever. So you're looking at this whole thing. My outlook is that, yo, or are you gonna sit around and be like, look, I'm working till I hit retirement, which what, 66, 70 years old? How much time you have when you hit that retirement age? Can you even enjoy retirement? So shit like that got me thinking, man, what I'm gonna do with life, because I've been thinking about, putting plans to retire early and move overseas. A lot of our brothers that we fellowship with, they live overseas, they travel, and these are some of the things that I want to do. So it got me thinking maybe I need to put my plans, in acceleration mode and make some things happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Man, everything you got on that bucket list, man, just try to get it out the way, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got a lot of brothers. You got a lot of brothers. Got a lot of brothers dying at the age of 40, man, 45, man. Between 40 and 50, man. It's a lot of brothers falling off nowadays, man. Shout out to K Mac. He said you got to get control of your blood pressure, cholesterol, and sugar. And they all go in the line. I mean, basically exercising, eating good. At the end of the day, whatever we put in our mouth is the thing that really kills us. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's sugar, you know, diabetes or whatever, high blood pressure, all that stuff come off the food, man. So, and we got to work out. We do got to work out. How you doing, Maria? What's going on with you?
I'm doing good, and you? How's it going? Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, we
Good
good. We
evening,
good.
Marie. Nice seeing you, sis.
Thank you. Nice seeing you too,
Hey,
Mr.
thanks for
G.
coming. Thanks for coming on the
I'm
short
telling you,
notice.
because it's you. I've been so tired.
Oh, I
I
understand.
haven't even worked in like a week. I had a visitor. We did so much work,
Yeah,
but you my brother.
appreciate it. So, what's your thoughts on Kevin Samuels? Because I don't know where you stand by as far as him. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
you know, I would never stand on the like happy note when somebody passes away.
I'm talking
I
about
think that
before he died. What was your thoughts on him?
would you believe me if I told you that I actually called in and he really that I was on his show?
Oh, you
Would
are?
you believe me?
Nah.
And it was during the time with that Will and Jada
Mm.
stuff, and my
Oh, a few
opinion
weeks
on
back.
that. My
Mm.
opinion on that is like, well, men need to really start manning up and not allowing women to have so much control. He felt he was just like, okay, so he picked the wrong woman. I don't agree with everything that he does, but I do think some of the stuff that he says is pretty true, Not everything. I think that goes with everybody. everything that he says is not, but he does share a lot of information. I think if we don't receive it negatively 100%, that you can learn from it, and you really start. As for myself, as I kick it with different people, certain things that they're sharing, I'm like, okay, is this really true? And then sometimes you're like, okay, well, he's just overboard.
Oh, okay. All right. So you didn't really give us a straightforward answer. Did you like him or not? Because you obviously called in for not agreeing, right? Because most of the time
Have
he
you
don't want you
ever
on it.
really, okay, us being YouTubers, the people that sometimes hate us the most, tune in the most?
Yeah, exactly. The trolls.
So I'm not gonna say that I hated him. I had no reason to hate the man. That was just one part of his life he shared with the world. I'm sure that was not all of Kevin. I'm sure he had a family. He had this. There was different sides to him. He probably was the dick on YouTube. He made money. People listened. People loved that. So he continued on because that's what kept him getting money. But I wouldn't say I hated him, but I also wouldn't say I loved him. But he, you know what I'm saying? He taught a lot, whether if you take it good or bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna call Mr. G out, y'all. I'm gonna call him out. Why he here?
Don't do it,
We,
bro.
we,
Don't do
we,
it. Come on now.
hey, we used to talk about Kevin Samuel, and I used to say, "Yeah, man, he got some great points, man." And Mr. G will call me at night. We'll talk about this shit for 20 or 30 minutes. Man, man, what kind of guy he is, man. Why you accepting that message from him? Am I
No, no,
right,
no, no.
Mrs.
Hold on,
G?
hold on a second, Rich. Rich. Here's the
You know
thing,
I
though. Here's
gotta
the thing.
call you out. Go ahead.
No. That's cool. That's cool. And in the spaces that we be like, the traveling spaces, traveling groups. Um, my only thing with him, and I don't think it's appropriate for me to even put that, be voicing those opinions now. It wasn't really the message, and this is why.
Hey,
This is
man, you can
why
keep it
every time I
100
would.
on the channel, man. You can say whatever you want. I ain't worried about them,
No, no,
people.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna keep it 100, right? This is why I will voice my opinion on a certain things, and brothers will always push back on me. They'd be like, "How can you? What do you have to say about the message?" And this is where they got me because I cannot fight against the message. The message is correct. The message is spot on. It wasn't that for me. It was something else. It was the personality, the profile, the character that he presented. But the thing is, I realized maybe I was being biased in the sense that I wasn't tracking exactly what it was. What happened is a lot of people that happens to a lot of people, right? A lot of people that like his message, that accept his message, they had problem with him. They didn't have problem exactly with him. What happened is they had problem with the entertainment part of it. And I think this is where, I think Sister Marie even touched it based on that, right? It's just the entertainment ways that he did his show, things of that nature. And also his personality, the profile that he put out there, right? So he just passed away. I'm not gonna renege none of these things, but on another time, and I think I plan on doing a video on my
All right,
channel to
that's
really talk
cool.
about these things. But the message, you cannot debate the message. The message is spot on.
All right. Well, that's a debate in itself. Like, can you accept a good message from a bad person, or does it matter? I mean, or should you just accept the message, or or it matters who gives the message? You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion on that, Maria?
I think a lot of the times it matters who gives the message if we accept the message. Okay. I think you
All right.
have everyday smart people. Wow. That's the beat. Somebody say, what is that beat? I'm
Yeah,
out of
it sounds like you're in a
electricity.
hospital or something.
I'm not in the hospital. I'm at home, but that was my life. Y'all know I'm in Haiti, so life is different. But a lot of the times we have everyday people who are very smart and can very well be sharing knowledge, but because they don't have certain title, positions, crowds, their message doesn't get anywhere. It falls on dead ears.
Yeah,
He was lucky to blow up on YouTube, and people was loving what he was doing. So I'm pretty sure the minute he got that first million view, he knew what people wanted to hear and went on from there. Because if I recall, he did not start off just talking about women or this and that. He had other things he was doing. So that's just my opinion. I think it has a lot to do with, you know, who's sharing the message too. And it was him. People was listening.
right. Yeah, I mean it. When I heard the news, man, I was like, dang, that's crazy, man. It's just like it seems like when a person is just starting to really get, hot or whatever, you at the top of your career, man, and you just go out like that, man. Just, that's
But you know
crazy.
what, Rich? I always say this on my show, like at the end, to appreciate each other. Don't take each other for granted. Tell somebody you love them, this and that. The reality is, a lot of people don't want to support positivity. They don't really want to hear those type of messages. But as we see every day that this is reality, he was at the top of his game. I mean, people, whether you hated him or not, was tuning in. This man had 10K or more watching on the average live any time of day. He was doing great. And look, you just have to I don't know his exact situation, but I hope that his family at least had a chance to have those last words with him, and that they were that last "I love you" or the last conversation, because regardless of what he did for a living, now it's more serious. People are more focused on what he did, and did we like him or not. But now, Rich, that's more that this is on another level. That's like somebody telling me something bad happened to one of y'all. It's kind of like, I don't care if you like the Rich or not, because this is not what it's about. Do you get what I'm saying? This is
Right.
serious. So, for the people who are watching, let's learn from others. Sometimes you don't need to touch fire to know that it burns.
Yeah.
I
That's
Facts. Yeah,
like
you
to get green.
Rich. Yeah, that was a good question, Rich. And I think a good message sometimes may end up getting affected or could get lost, or if the messenger is not mm, is not
legit.
well, if the if, no if the presenter, if the messenger has some blemish, it could kind of distract from the message, which is the most important part, right? So at times the public will get distracted from the message because of the messenger, right? This is why you see sometimes even like preachers, right? This is a good example. Like preachers are human beings just like us, if you are a believer, if you go to church, um you trying to get to heaven, you're trying to live a good life, according to the messages that the preacher is pushing. But the preacher's bullshit, excuse my language, the preacher's fuckery can distract the people from the message, which is the most important part of the thing. So it sort of can kind of go hand in hand, but overall, I think he was a good guy. He was a good guy. He had a good message. I see a lot of people, you know, rejoicing and things of that nature. Obviously, I don't even know why they reject him, because the message has traveled. The message has traveled throughout the world, you know. So now he got disciples, and just the message is gonna be stronger.
Right, right, right. He definitely got enough material out there, man, to go on for a long time, man. I tell you, man, he did a lot of work, man. He put in a lot of good work, man. Like I said, I didn't agree with everything he said. Also, you know, I felt like it was a lot of stuff. I felt like he was kind of hypocritical. What's that word? Being a hypocrite on a lot of things too. You know, a lot of women checked him like, "Hey, why ain't you married? And why ain't you?" I mean, he would deflect that so quick, but like you say, he was putting out good messages. But you know, at the same time, maybe he should have, you know, took some of his own advice. You know, but hey,
Yeah,
that's what
Rich,
it
and
is.
this is where there are some folks in the space, meaning the manosphere space or the male spaces, that like most of his messages, but some of the tenets of his messages that they don't like is the marriage part, right? Because he was really strong about pushing marriages. And the reality is, and this is where part of my critique, you know, earlier you were trying to call me out, right? This is where part of my critique came from, right? Because he's
Right.
pushing marriage, but you know, he's been
He
divorced
wasn't
twice.
trying to get married.
Well,
Definitely wasn't trying to
well,
get married.
Look at Steve Harvey.
but yeah. Listen, guys, let's be honest. In this day and age, is marriage like marriage is not the same thing anymore, right? So we all have to rethink that. For example, I personally think, you know, the whole aspect of married until life, life or death or whatever, things like that, until life tears us apart, type crap. I think that's flawed. I don't think a marriage contract should be like forever. I think there should be term marriage. You know, is it for 3 years, 5 years? There should be term marriages where you renew. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It should be
That would
term
make
marriage.
sense. That would make sense.
There should be there should be term marriages, right? Where you go in the marriage, you can do a 5 year term, a 3 year term, or 5 year term, or a 10 year term. It should be term to the marriage, because it creates all kind of freaking problem. People will get married, they're not together anymore. Then the person's trying to get divorced. Then you can't even find the person. Sometimes you separated. The person will be separated like 10, 15 years with the person. They can't even find a person for him to sign a piece of paper. So the marriages should have an expiration date. So I mean, there are some things I wasn't really all the way there with him, but overall, his core message was spot on.
Right, right, right. That's true, man. But I feel like if you're getting married and you need terms or you need a prenup, it just sounds like you don't need to get married. I mean, it sounds like you 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, I don't know. But there's some good points that you know, if that is something, maybe they need to do something like that, you know. 5, 10 year marriage, you know. So it's like an easy exit plan, right? So yeah, but shout out to Milano, shout out to No Excuse. Make sure y'all check his channel out. I think he's gonna jump on for a second. He did a live a little early on Kevin Samuels. So make sure y'all subscribe to that brother page. Make sure y'all subscribe to Life in Haiti. And what's the other channel name, Maria?
LIH voice.
LIA Voice.
LIH voice. But can I
LIH.
make a comment on marriage?
Yeah, 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 of course. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll just be a little personal, but my last whooping literally. right? We're sitting at the table. My mom is cooking this and that. And then my dad looks up and he's like, baby, that's going to be you. You know, you're going to be doing this with your husband. And I'm like, and I'm just talking, okay? I said, I'm not getting married. And he whooped me for that. And he still remember
He
this
whooped
day
you?
clear. Yes. But you got to know that culturally, Haitian
Yeah,
people
culture,
raise. Mhm.
Family is
culture
big,
and
right?
generational. Yeah, culture and that generation too. Yeah.
Okay, it's in our culture. But at the time, I guess I've always felt like I grew up in church. So every time like people would be all happy, but once they got married, it seemed like it got so problematic. So I would always be like, I just want to love somebody, you know. If we are married, you don't even need to mention it, you know. But society have all the benefits, all the perks for marriage. I have yet to ever get married, you know. I have not been married, so I'm not, I can't really give advice on that. But I want to say be with who you love. Don't just focus on a piece of paper. Because when we just focus on that, you notice people be happy. You be happy with your mate living, and then when the pressure come or you have to get married, you have to get married. And then soon as you get married, it's like you all were never friends. You are the best of friends. So I don't know, but I'm like Rich. If when I get married, you need to marry me with a prenup, or I need to have one for you. That lets me know right then and there that you are not the one for me. Because when you genuinely love somebody, I don't think your initial thought is to put your material possessions in a box. But that's just me, you know, it's just
Yeah.
an opinion.
Well, Marie, what happened is here in America. I mean, obviously, you're almost pretty much an American, except for the low situation that that's what it
Mhm.
is what it is for now. Here in America, marriages and relationship nowadays are all based around materialistic stuff, and this is where I my criticism of Kevin Samuel's message, part of his message coming from, because though he was defending man, he was bringing women back to reality, but at the same time he was pushing a message, dragging us back in that plantation, because in today's age, with all of this extreme feminism going on, women want to have their cake and eat it too. Women want men to treat them traditional while they stay and behave modern in their modern benefits, in their modern ways, but they want you to be a traditional husband. This is why this crap is not working. This marriage thing is not working.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to motivate people to bring back like families and stuff. Being married with families. Like you say, it's got to be it's got to be both sides willing to be traditional. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was pushing. But not to get off topic, but brother Shaquille O'Neal made a statement the other day. He said he told his daughter she need to marry a man that's gonna obey her, that she can run. What's y'all thoughts on that?
I'll let Marie go first, but I think where he's going, because and that's the reality here in the United States. This is the thing. I tell men this on Clubhouse all the time. Look, I mean, stop talking about this submission crap. You're not gonna get submission here in the United States. Get your freaking passports and travel.
What's your thoughts on that, Mr. No Excuse in the building? What's going on, man? Thanks for coming on, my brother.
Oh man, anytime, bro, anytime, man. Man, I got a lot of thoughts, man. I heard a couple of different things I want to respond to, but just what he just said. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Submission is not in the U.S. If you're looking for submission, I'll even go a little bit further and say submissiveness is not even in the Americas. You know, true submission is in the Middle East. And that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that's a whole different type of.
I mean, the type of submission guys describe, they won't really exist in the Middle East. Outside of that, it's just women are just being nice. So some people confuse being nice with being submissive. You know, but I know the young lady mentioned something about prenups and things like that. I have a different opinion because you know I'm recently married and I got a prenup. You know, marriage and I'm echoing Kevin Samuels. Marriage, men are not supposed to approach marriage with love. You know, being in love, you're supposed to approach marriage as a mental decision, because when feelings is not involved in your decision making, you make better decisions in general. So the love part is really extra. You know what I mean? So I believe, and a lot of and a lot of men like him believe that you approach marriage from a logical standpoint, not from an emotional standpoint. You know, that's what women do. They approach things from an emotional standpoint, but as a man, you make a decision not based off of how good her sex is or how good she look or the infatuation. You make decisions off of, can she be a good mother? Is she loyal to me? Can I trust her? Does she follow my lead? You know what I mean? So those type of things you think about first, and then let love, come behind that. So I just wanted to kind of respond to that, real quick.
All right, that's what's up. Go ahead, Maria. What's your thoughts on that? Shaquille O'Neal telling his daughter she better find her a man that she can run. I guess kind of like a Will Smith.
It shouldn't really surprise me, because nowadays the message is okay. And I'm reading Aura comments and him saying, I'm not sure who R is, but R made a few comments that I kind of thought they were worth zooming into, having a black woman on the panel. So the goal is to control women. Is that why you get a passport? Yada, 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 which that's a whole nother story. But any father who loves their daughter in this day and age is going to want her to be a logical thinker. So he's preparing her for the world from this little to when she get to where she's going. And is it wrong what he said? No, because he doesn't want his daughter being heartbroken and this and that and this and that. I've even heard Taylor said how he's going to make his daughter just so rotten that it's going to, you don't have to have all the patience in the world. So when a man is a real father, not no baby daddy, okay, and he really, really raised his daughter and instill good things in her, yeah, damn right. I wouldn't say to control your man, but she is emotionally able to deal with some of the men running around. Now, there are good men, there are good women, but not every man running around here screaming women ain't this, women ain't that is a good man themselves.
Right. But
Plus,
so
he has the money too. So since we say marriage is about, it's a business, well, she's born with a silver spoon. So, I mean, if that's what it is, you probably will be washing her dirty panties. I don't know.
the women actually like pushover guys, though. Are they happy with that long term? If you got a guy and you pushing him over and he's not like the type of guy you feel comfortable with. Like you don't feel protected from him. You know, I mean, you know, when you go to an auto zone, you doing all the talking. He can't change a tire. Do women really like these type of guys? They can push over
I
like
can't speak for every woman, but no, I would not. I want my man to be an alpha man. Like I don't want to go into AutoZone, period. I want to be like, baby, this car broke down. Send somebody or you pull up. That's just me, you know. But I was raised different too culturally. So a lot of the times people talk, I hear a lot of talk about the women in America, but you got to see America's culture. What are young ladies being taught and being exposed to since they are yay high?
Yeah,
right.
facts. Let me address this real quick though, because somebody mentioned submission, and this is why I've been spending a lot of time on the other side, which is Clubhouse, and they have a lot of conversation, completely almost based around all the topics that Manosphere guys talk about. And one of the things they talk about a lot is submission. I personally, because the framing when you're having the conversation, if it were a couple of us, a lot more people here on the panel, you have like 3 4 women and you have a couple of guys, the conversation will go so left, because that word, it is somewhat of a triggering word for women, right? Due to the history women have with men, and history of women, period, right? Submission. I don't like that word myself, because that word destroyed the whole conversation, the actual substantial conversation that people could have. When people say submission, they're not really exactly referring to submission. In 2022, especially in America, guys need to stop having that freaking conversation. Stop using that word, because first of all, you're not gonna get submission here in America, and second of all, and when I think people talking about submission, and the brother, I forgot what's his name, that's on the panel, he said it too. He said it, the only real submission you're going to get is in the Middle East. So when people are talking about submission in the Americas, meaning the United States of America, a few places, Latin America, they're referring to collaboration and compromission. They want a woman that can collaborate with them, a woman that will compromise. That's what they're looking for. They're not really talking about like submission. In the year 2022, you are not gonna get like quote unquote submission.
Facts.
So tell us about this Middle East, man.
Well, you know, Middle Eastern culture, I mean, it's primarily Muslim culture, you know, where you can, it's forced submission. You know what I mean? It's basically forced submission. The men are in power. They use the, they use religion. And I'm not saying this in a tone that I disagree with the religion, but I'm just saying religion is used to justify the way they control their women, so that's what exists in the Middle East. I mean, even if you watch seen Muslim culture in the US to a certain extent, where some women respectfully cover their faces, don't don't give eye contact to other men around, or making sure that if they go somewhere they're with another female or with another man. I mean, those are subtle forms of submission. So you know, I had a pastor. He used to say, a woman that truly submits, a man should be able to tell her what to do, and she's supposed to do it with good attitude. So that's the true form of submission, is getting a woman is telling a woman to do something and she has a good attitude, not her doing it and she got an attitude, is with good attitude, and that's submission by definition.
That's happening nowadays, Maria, or what? Well, I think if you got the right female though, I mean, it's some females out there that do cater to their man though. It's hard to find, but
I think it's all about, like someone say, find who suits you. Life, you have one life to live, so you have to find who makes you happy, and find where you know, I would say sharpen each other's sword. You do have some people that will misuse that. I've seen it, and I've read stories where men that have that much control of women are abusive. And they're also doing things within the home that's just completely unacceptable. So if you know you are a good man and you leading correctly, because in order for the body to go right, the head must be on point. Okay. So if you are looking for cooperation, you're looking for submission as a man from a woman, you have to also ask yourself, are you a good leader? Are you how are you as the head? Because if the head is right, then the rest will follow. But if the head is not in place, you got to understand things are not gonna, everything connects with the brain.
This will look. Can I ask her? Can I ask her a question, Rich?
Go ahead, man. Open
So
panel.
this is what Kevin Samuels saw, and this is what I see as well. Is that when it comes to black women want those things that you described in a man, but Kevin Samuels tried to point out the fact, like, yes, a man can be all those things, but you have to realize that all men are not going to be faithful. And so the problem with black, especially black, is that all other races of women deal with their men cheating, but black women don't deal with their men cheating like other races do. You know, white women still hold down their men even though they have a history of cheating. You know, some black women may argue, well, white men they not having babies. You know what I mean? It's just a hit and quit. Y'all black men having babies and having other families. So I heard those type of arguments, but the problem, we're not going to move forward in a community until we address cheating. I mean, yeah, men have to address cheating, and women have to understand that men are going to cheat. You know, I'm not saying you got to accept it, but you have to understand that you can't give up on us as a group of people because a certain percentage of black men cheat, and it's not going to change. Go ahead.
Well, I will say this. As far as being a black woman myself, one thing you have to keep in mind is, yes, we are at a different time, but many other cultures, okay, they have not been through what black women have been through. Okay, so, and we know that within our community, right, we don't believe in counseling. So there's generations of issues that great great grandmama had that she passed on down, okay, that today still lives within many black household, that black women are have adapted to think that it's normal. Okay, I don't have the correct answer for it, and it is something that is attached within our community, that if a man is a cheater, that he is not a good man, because that is something which has been taught. It goes back to culture. You cannot be with a black woman and want Hispanic features, want Hispanic colors. You cannot be with a Hispanic girl and want black features. Okay. So, and it's not to get off track, but that's what black women have been taught in our culture. Now, when you go to Africans, that's a whole different story. They were raised different. Do you see how their culture is? It's okay for their husbands to have 5, 6, 10 as long as I'm getting my plate of food, my kids fed, I don't care what you do. But it's been instilled in them. So That's why sometimes I don't ask guys to be waiting all your life, but know that in the Americas, when you are dating and dating, especially black women like yourself, you have to understand that there is a lot of trauma. There is a lot of pain, emotional instability from the beginning, which is what Shaq, a lot of people would say, well, who does he think he is? But in many ways, he's trying to break certain cycles with his daughter. Now, is it a good thing he's doing? I'm not going to say it completely is, but what he is doing is getting her emotionally stable and on a logical lane to be able to deal with life, to be able to probably communicate, be well seasoned. Because a lot of black women, they're not well seasoned. They cannot communicate. They're all on emotions. When little things happen for them to communicate, then sometimes they'll blow up. And why are we like this? A white woman can't relate to me. It's not to say that she didn't have pains. It's not to say she haven't been through things. Just like a lot of white men can't relate to you, no excuse, as a black man. So a lot of it has to deal with educating yourself. Once you educate yourself, then you learn so much about people. Then you able to, so you ever talk to somebody and you like, oh, okay, I understand, because you wasting your time if you're gonna argue with a fool. So it's kind of like when you approach a relationship, or you dealing with sisters or whoever, look at them from the roots and not what you think somebody should know. And I think that's the problem. Love you, sis. How's it going, Arlene?
Shout out to Arlene. Would love to have her on the channel one day, but I know she ain't gonna do that. But so Maria, if you had a man that was paying all the bills, taking care of you, doing everything you wanted, and I mean you didn't catch him cheating, but he every once in a while, he do his thing, cause back in the day, Granddaddy
You
always did
would
his
put
little
me on
thing.
Front Street.
Granddaddy took care of the house, and he did his little thing on the side. Grandma wasn't tripping. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not gonna put that answer into the air because I don't need my future husband going back to this live talking about you said I plead the fifth. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say.
So, Marie, this is what happened though. To slightly go back on that and slightly go back into the whole KS thingy, right? Is that, and this is where the whole thing where he says, I guess, I'm not sure in which way he articulated, where he said that you're gonna have to deal with some cheating. Is that black women, modern black women, feminist modern black women, they all want, and here's the thing, right? Why did those women keep on showing on Kevin Samuel's show, even when many of them were crying around social media? Oh, Kevin Samuel is disrespectful, is putting down black. Why did they keep on showing? You know why they kept on showing up? Because they could not resist the bait of high value men. They all think they deserve a high value man, right? So
Hold on,
what they
hold on
want,
one second. Hold on one
go
second.
ahead, go ahead,
I'm gonna
sis.
tell you why many women probably tuned into Kevin is because of their own insecurities. Somebody brought it to the table. It had nothing to do with a high value man. Just like men don't look at a woman's pocket, when you got these gold diggers and this and that that's not doing anything but sitting up waiting on your check, then that's the type of girls you checking for. But the women that I deal with, they work, educated. They not sitting up waiting on the dude check. Okay.
Marie.
70% of women tuned into Kevin Samuel because he was stating to an extent some facts that it was that underlying issue, that insecurity that you could not even talk about with your best friend. But watching this dude, it was like, he just stabbed me, but I come back. I don't
Um,
know.
Ma- yeah, Marie, I don't. Yeah, I think you may have a valid point with insecurities, but here's the thing, though. Why do they show up to be? They will literally. I mean, now I'm gonna be honest, and I know Rich just criticized me that I'm a critique of Kevin Samuel. It's not for the reason that most people critique him that I'm a critique of him or parts of his part of him. It's not that. That's because I've been in around the black manosphere where he got the message, where he got the message from, you're right. So that's the reason I have my critiques of him, because the message has always been around. It's just the way he pushed the message and the character, the persona that he has, his personhood. But Marie, why do these women show up to be rated, right? To be rated. Some women where they show up to be rated, expected to be rated. You know why? Because they want to know that they qualify for high value men. Women, black women are very hypergamist. They're very hypergamist. In this culture, in this United States culture, Marie, a woman will date you, a woman is dating you, she's only dating and being with you because right now this is the best deal she got. The minute she get a better deal, she's leaving your ass. Okay, so it was not about insecurity, it was the promise of a high value man. And guess what? I mean, what, I don't even like to use the term high value men, right? Because Marie, like you just said, some of your friends work, yada yada, blah blah blah. Guess what? Those women that will show up on Kevin Samuel's show, they will show up with their package. With their inflated egos. Look, I make 120,000. I got a master degree. I got such and such. Oh, yeah, I'm looking for a man that make at least what I make. So it was about money for them. It was about the promise of a high value man. And this is why what the brother just said earlier, truth. I'm sorry, bro. I keep no excuse. This is why what he said is somewhat on point, as Kevin Samuel always say. How many men are in that small population of men that make that type of money that those women are looking for? A very small number of men. So therefore, if it is a very small number of men that fits there, guess what? It's like 80% of the women want those type of men, and there's only like maybe 10% or 5% of those men that exist. Guess what's going to have to happen? You're going to have to share those men.
Mm. Well, I tell you what, and hate me or not, women that are looking for that will forever be happy. Maybe you're talking about these women that they say gonna die with a dog or whatever. Because for me, it's good to know that a man have a vision and he's determined. But to say solely that, and I'm in Haiti, all right? So if I had that kind of personality and YouTuber, you could imagine what I could be doing. But for me, a woman that's like that would die unhappy because there's just so much to life. How many women do I know pursuing men that makes less money? I'm not going to say I know women that are specifically pursuing men exactly for that. That's why relationships aren't working out. Let's just be honest. People all it seems like today people are just going around people for what they have. But for me, if what you have is who you are, then who are you if what you have is gone? That's just me. That's why I stay in my lane, because I'm not trying to get with the modernized stuff and this and that. So I'm like, you know what? God send me somebody, I'll, go. But I'm not going to just be hanging around women that's out looking for men for what's in their pocket. That's just my personal opinion. Now, I go back and say what I mentioned again. What type of women are you attracting yourself? Because some of y'all go around acting like you balling and this and that. So the girls gonna automatically jump on they go digging thing, right? They already gold diggers, under cool, whatever. You know, so it's all how you present yourself. But I'm here to tell you, all women are not like that. You have women that are looking for good men, looking for you to give them that love, that attention, that affection. Way before I see what kind of money you making, way before I even know what's your job title. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but that to me is maybe that's why most men may need to get a passport, because women that I'm around, their initial reaction or I grew up around, that's not what they're looking for a man with a vision. Because a man cannot have nothing today, but that's not the end of him. You get what I'm saying? Y'all getting these
Yeah,
Right, right.
Marie, you
Instagram
spot
girls.
on.
Yeah, these
How many
Instagram
women?
girls.
How many women
I
you
don't
think
know.
like you think that's out there? How many women like you think that's out there?
I don't know, but I know I do have a few good friends. But how many women like myself are you all attracted to? Let's just be honest. See, a lot of
Good
you all,
question.
that's why you get what you get. See, you complaining and you crying and this and that, and the one that could be good to you, she ain't in your lane. So that's why you gonna always be used. And I'm just gonna keep it real, because a lot of the times I get tired of hearing about all this and that. No, you put yourself in that lane, because not all women care about your job title and this. Because, dude, when you sick and can't work for months, that job you replaceable. At home, you're not. That's the type of home you want to be.
Man.
That's the type of home you want to be in.
It's
I
so
don't know.
There's so many things I want to say to that, but I wanted to respond to Rich's question about Shaq's what he trying to instill in his daughter. Here's the thing: you can raise your daughter or try to instill the things in your daughter as much as you can, but you could raise a Beyonce, but she could meet a Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So Jay-Z an alpha male. Jay-Z cheated. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, in my opinion, you know what I mean, Beyonce, for example, she wisely chose the best option that for her. You know what I mean? I don't think no other man could fill his shoes for her. Basically where she's at, So I just wanted to throw that in there. Now, to what you just said, okay, there's a lot of brothers that may not be going, let's you say sisters like yourself or anything else. So here's a caveat to that, and that's a valid point you made. But there are women. There are. I would say this. I have met women that are just dimes that got all the attention through their life, and then they get with an average looking guy, and those women are content. They're not trying to get validation for other men because they don't have validation all their life. But then I say an average looking woman, she gets a good man, but she wants validation from these other men because she never got it through her life. Not saying all, but sometimes, and a lot of guys complain about this. A lot of them say it's the average woman that they have the most problems with because the average woman want the finest dude. A lot of times you see the finest women with the average looking dude. You know what I mean? So the guys that stuck in the middle just can't they just can't get around that sometimes. So it's that caveat too.
Well, until we get back to reality, then we're gonna forever be searching, and then in your search, we're gonna be having Kevin Samuel celebration for you by yourself.
Oh man.
Not to be funny, but at the end of the day, keep in mind, no matter how player you are, how fine you are, how this and that, you have a limited time. And I'd rather spend my time like loving and not hating, not this and that. So everyone prioritize what is a priority to you. So if you entertain these type of people, then that's gonna be the result you get, men or women.
All right. Hey y'all, just let y'all know I just saw a real popular YouTuber claiming that he died from a cocaine overdose.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know how true it is, but
I think people there's a lot of speculations out there. I mean, we don't know. Even though you say, yeah, I mean, if you say a YouTuber said it, I mean, they say a heart attack or whatnot. I mean, yeah, I guess somebody doing drugs, that could cause a heart attack too, because
wait,
drugs with the heart rate and all that stuff. But a
Mm.
lot of that stuff is just speculation. It's just sad that people are doing that for the cloud chasing. I saw a
this
brother made
dude
a
right
video
here,
talking about,
this dude right here, you know him, what's his name? The Star Report, whatever his
oh,
name.
Star's a troll,
Now,
man. Star don't yeah, that Star is sad, man. Like,
but
I mean,
he
yeah.
do come out with some stories before people now. He be knowing some shit. You know, he out here in Atlanta
Oh,
too, so yeah.
man.
Shout
I
out to
don't know.
Razor Rays
Stars,
in the
if
building.
if you've ever watched Stars, Star's an instigator, dog. I don't know. I'm not gonna believe Star.
All right, we can switch it up. Razor Rays, man, what's going on, man? What's your thoughts, man, on KS, man? What's the deal?
Oh wow. And first let me say hello to No Excuse Entertainment. You roll the tape for you summon me. I said I gotta come. Anytime you summon me to your channel, I must come. In Life in Haiti with Marie, first time me actually talking to her in person. Well, on YouTube, she always come into my chats, and I highly appreciate her. Yeah, this was breaking news. This was crazy. When I first heard the story, I was like, no, this gotta be fake. This gotta be fake news. As they say, this has to be a hoax. And throughout the day, I was still thinking maybe he's not really dead. He's gonna play. He's gonna roll with this, and then he's gonna go live late tonight, and it'll be like one of the biggest live streams of all time on YouTube. But it's looking like it's actually real, and this is very, very surreal to me. You know what I mean? And he had a great, great show. He's the type of guy. Yes, he was 56 years old, but you don't look at him as a person that's near death. You don't think of people like him dying. We all gotta die someday. But when he dies, same way when Kobe Bryant died, I was like, wow, Kobe dead? How? So when Kevin Samuels died, I'm like, wow, this can't be happening. I don't picture him dying. He was like the top of the Manosphere. Top of the Manosphere. Highly, highly disappointing. I'm highly saddened to hear this. So man, thanks for having me on and let me vent a little bit, because I was like really, really saddened. But I'm even more sad by the Twitter comments by some of the females. Just kind of like spitting on his grave. What's that about? Man.
He did
Yeah.
the same to Kobe.
Oh yeah, I heard some females say, "Oh, he was with that Mexican girl anyhow," shit like that. I'm like, man,
Pure hate.
like wow.
Pure hate. Oh man. Let the man rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? They think they call themselves getting revenge because he can't defend himself now. You know what I'm saying? So they taking the cheap shots now. You're supposed to go after him while he was alive.
All right, Tiny Tim said he got 24 more years left, and he's 56, so he's gonna live to 80.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Richie Rich ain't living to 80. Y'all can forget it. I know I ain't gonna live to 80. I already know that.
Still can move,
Shit, I ain't gonna make it, bro. My grandfather died at 55. My dad died at 65.
Wow.
Hey, I figured, man, if I make it to 70, hey, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I gotta enjoy the rest of my life now. But I hope to live to 80, but we'll see. But
Salute Tiny Tim. So
let me ask y'all a question. Do people need to date other people on their level? Because that was one of the main things he always talked about. Like, if you're a high value man, you should date a woman that's a little more, got a little more things going on. Like, one of his main points is like she shouldn't have no kids and she should be making a certain amount of money and she should be willing to do this and do that. Do y'all believe people should date people on their level, on your level, like financial level, stuff like that, and status, or do it matter? Do a rich man, is he able to marry a poor lady? Is that something that's cool, or he ain't supposed to do that? Like, who the hell Shaq's supposed to marry? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have an answer to that. I'll let them answer first. I was
Go ahead, fire off, man. Go ahead.
A few minutes. Well, now he said that, you know how I feel about, traveling abroad out of the matrix, aka USA, to date foreigners, and those foreigners out there are on a lower scale. Even though half of us are kind of like medium range to low scale, but they are even lower. So I don't agree with him on that. I believe that the guys, when they go abroad, you're gonna date certain women that's not on your level as far as financial. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that, and that's kind of, let's be honest, that's kind of what makes the foreign women more submissive, because they're not on the same level as you, really, financially, right? So if you actually date a woman that's on your same level financially, or even more, you could be in a world of hurt, because she's gonna talk trash to you every single hour about, you know what I'm saying? She makes more money than you. Really, she don't really need you. Let's be honest. So that's the reason you fly abroad. I'm gonna be honest, and date certain women that would respect you.
Take advantage of them women, huh?
Because they need you. They need you a little more than women here in the Matrix, aka USA, that has a lot of money, and they real personality comes out when they have just as much or more money than you. But as far as the woman, you saying should a woman, well, like for Haiti, probably answer, should the woman date somebody on her level? Like, if she has a lot of money, should she just date somebody with a guy with a lot of money, or a guy with
well, she kind of touched on that before you came.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
would say this: women with a lot of money, they tend to try to date dudes with the same amount or more. They don't kind of reach back to that dude in the hood like that. They may mess around with him on the side, but that's just my thoughts. You want to shoot at it, Maria? You want to talk? Well, go ahead. Who is that?
Go ahead, Maria.
Go ahead, Gino.
No, go. Well,
I want to hear the guys. I want to be last.
So we got a few people here. So let's try to limit our talking to a certain, past the mic.
Yeah, keep it concise. Keep it concise. Yeah. So somebody said in the chat, men been marrying down for years. I mean, well, not years, like since the history, not even century. Rich, men been marrying down since the history of humanity. Since the history of humanity, since we've been here. We've both been married now. So I guess because we've been doing it so long, and women now they are getting access to resources and financial capabilities. I think women are, let's be honest, and we have a woman on the panel, and I don't want to make this seem like this is a woman bashing kind of a thing, but women are selfish, and women are selfish. Women are very egotistical. Women love power. In this gynocratic culture, this is a word that my brother BGS loves to use. I don't know if he came up with that word. In this gynocratic culture, women want their cake and eat it too. I said it. Women will get money. They're making a lot of money, and they know a man not making as much money as them. They want the man to treat them a certain way. I mean, look, there's always the conversation of 50-50 that comes up, right? I mean, I don't care what nobody say, right? Unless you go outside the United States, inflation is real here. It's really expensive. Stuff is expensive. I'm not gonna marry a woman with my little $120,000. If that woman make $250,000, I'm not paying for everything while she's banking her $250,000. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. Especially here in the United States, I'm not a damn fool.
Oh, get him, Marie. Get him, Marie.
All right, no excuse.
Get him, Marie.
No excuse. I guess you can chime in on it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I think people have to evaluate their situation based on when they're ready to settle down. Because if you're a 21-year-old woman, you got the most options in the world. You get to choose between Diddy, Drake, Jay-Z, me, Razor Rays, you Rich, and the other brother. You got all these options at 21.
they ain't gonna choose me, man.
I'm on the bottom toe. You talking about Jay-Z? I'm on the
But I'm just
bottom.
saying they
They
have
to
all
me.
these options at 21.
Oh man.
At 40 years old, she probably only got one of us, and that's probably impossible. So what Kevin Savage was trying to make women realize was like, look, whether you marry, whether you get with somebody at 21 or 40, you just realize that your options are going to be different. They're not going to be the same. You're not pulling Drake, Diddy, Jay-Z at 40. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all that to say is that you have to evaluate your situation at the time you're current, whether you're a man at 21 with no money, you know what your options are versus a man at 40 making six figures. You know what your options are. So I think men get it, but I think women still don't get it yet as far as what their options are when they're ready to settle down.
Go ahead, Maria. Shoot your shot. Maria, so
Y'all are funny. But you
y'all
know
want
what? Y'all saying dating on what levels and this and that. This is what I want to say, guys. Men, y'all discredit your position, okay? And this is what's happening. Men are the leaders. You are the head. Why are women deciding marriage? I thought a man asked a woman for, their hands in marriage. And as someone mentioned, men have married down for years because it has not been about what a woman have. It's about a woman who loves him, who's loyal to him, have his back, can be a good mother, um, have a good attitude. All of that should matter as a man. So I don't think that women should be the head. I hear a lot of what women are doing, but I hear none of what you as a man is doing. And that's one of the things that for me, all of that you are saying are good. Maybe that's why many have lost their position. Because in order to be respected as a leader, you have to know how to lead. That goes in everything you do in business, your career, relationship, all of that matters. Okay. Women don't decide on marriage unless you marrying another woman. I'm not here to judge, okay? But that's your position, man. So if that has changed, look at yourself. What do you say?
get him, Maria? Get him.
I don't know why I hear about women this, women that. That's not my job. It's you, the head here. So if you let me have that much control, then whatever you get ahead, you should have known you was gonna run into that.
True. Hey, great words, Marie. But the thing is, American Matrix guys, right? AKA USA. That's why sometimes they have to go abroad because, like you said, if Matrix females can make more money than men, right? So they start becoming, let's say, the breadwinner in the house. That's what they call it. They start bringing the pants to the house because they make the most money inside the apartment or the house, what you want to call it. And men get marginalized. Uh, it's crazy, especially when they have kids together, man and woman. And if the woman got more money, she, you gotta admit, she would trash the guy over and over again, drive him nuts, make him go crazy, make him leave the house, kick him out the house, say you don't do nothing for your kid. I do all the work, I do this. And even if he's working, but he's making a lot less money than a female, that's the dangers. I mean, I'm not gonna say dangers, but you gotta admit, Marie, that certain females on higher levels can really drive a man nuts out here in the Matrix. They can, not, I'm not saying all men are innocent, though. I'm not going to say that at all, because, some men are dogs. But, man.
And I think dogs bark the loudest, and that's why we hear so much about this.
Yeah,
I would say
It's
men make. Kevin Samuels pointed out these stats, and other people have too. Men make just as much money as women, as black women do. You know what I mean? And you see the separation over 6 figures. So the only thing black women have, is more degrees. But men make just as much money because most of our money comes from blue collar jobs, versus black women tend to have more of the white collar jobs. So the fact that it's pretty split on income, and just hearing how women choose men, most black women say, I heard a black woman say that she vibes more with men below her. And somebody asked her, like, well, how come you don't vibe with men that what you consider on your level? And she just like, I don't know, I just don't vibe with them. So it's just like, well, if this man that's not on your level that you complain about, if all of a sudden he was on your level, you're not gonna vibe with him no more. So it's really about women choose to be with guys below them. It's not like they can't find men that can match them. They choose to be the mama in the relationship. They want to be the mama in the relationship. They want to say, get out my house.
Yes.
They want that. They want to say that. They can't tell me to get out their house, because I'm just gonna go to my house.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I say: do what makes you happy. If you're not happy in the States, you can't find someone which makes you happy. That happy place. Just make sure, like Razors was mentioning, some things. Don't be coming to these foreign countries just to have that control or whatever, to feel like you a king. Okay. Not all women are right. Some of the things you're saying are true, because for me, a lot of people, I just move different. I rock different. I think different. I've had many years to see life on a different level, through a different tunnel. And the things which a lot of people put value on, I don't. I'd much rather give love.
She broke up a little. Hey, Marie, hey, that post, roll the tape, that post right there, Kevin Samuels, March 13th, 1965, to May 5th, 2022. That is surreal right there. You need to screenshot that. That is surreal. How is he going? That is crazy.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna miss his shows at night, man. Wow. Sometimes I tune in when I'm doing some other shit. Man.
He will be missed, definitely. So I want to say this: while we are here, too many people are stuck on social media. That's why we got all this foolishness going on. All right. Half the time, these people on social media promoting something, okay, and it's just a picture or a quick video, it's just a scene. And people get to thinking that it is every day, 24/7. You need to find a person that makes you happy. As a man, know that if you get with a woman too, she's not going to stay forever 21.
Right.
A man, you're not gonna stay forever vibrant, big muscles, this and that.
What?
Money is gonna change. Okay. Only you.
I'm 80. I'm gonna get 80
That's right. Only you. But in the end, what we have to do is find people that balance you out. Even your soulmate, I don't think you're going to always be happy with them. Don't be so quick to give up. That's people thing. They're looking at, other people and be so quick to give up. You might see your homegirl over here all happy, but you don't really know what she's really, really going through. Maybe she keeps it inside, and then just be with the one that make you happy and stop making like irrational decisions. appreciate each other. All right, life is short.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna
Uh,
spend your life just running around with different people looking for
Thoughts.
something.
Them thoughts is winning nowadays, Maria. Them guys
Them
stay
what?
around. The
But let
thoughts.
me tell, and it goes
Thoughts,
back to you,
scriptures,
Rich.
they stay
It goes
around for
back
that
to every
sex.
man that's on here. If the thoughts are winning, who got them winning the race?
The guys,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
so there are a lot of, some of the things that, and let me preface what I'm about to say with this, right? I don't
Hmm.
always like the entirety of the red pill messages or whatnot, but it's necessary, it's needed. There are tons of truth in it, right? Um things are different nowadays, man. Women do not want. See, here in the United States, women just see men just like tools. They see you just as a tool. They just use you and just throw you. Just, I mean, I'm out here dating. I'm out here dating. I'm out here talking to women and and dealing with women. Women, you will meet a chick. You may be feeling her. I mean, chicks act like men these days. Let's be honest.
But
They,
hold on, Mr.
how back
G.
in.
Hold on, my brother. Let me just say this. What is the American culture promoting? This is what's being promoted in America. Why do you think? And I don't want to get political, okay? Because I don't want us, my brother, you being yellow tonight because of this. But why do you think many countries have a problem with America? Why do you
Yeah, you're
think
right.
that?
You're right.
Okay,
You're right.
this
I
is
guess
what's
some of the
being
messages.
promoted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These kids, their minds is being washed. It's with these long nails. That's what's being promoted. It's with the long hair. That's what's being promoted. If you don't have it, you don't fit in. People killing themselves. That is why guys have so much problems with the people aren't living in reality, especially with social media. They're ruined standing in front of the screen and watching whoever all day. That's it.
Right. Right.
So that's probably why a lot of you are saying, "Well, I gotta travel," because when you come into these foreign countries, a lot of women are more grounded. They're down to earth. Maybe we don't have access to electricity as much. I don't know.
No, no, no,
I'm
Marie,
just being
Marie.
funny, but that's reality.
Men. Yeah, men in the United States, they just want the basic stuff. They just want the basic
But
decency.
the
With
women
the
are
women they're dealing
getting.
with, they're
Who's
not looking for you to
promoting
be
for women
submitted.
to accept that? Who's promoting for
Yeah.
that? When what's cool is on Instagram, you get on here, this girl bragging about her man just bought her $1 million Gucci purse.
Yeah, it's too many simps out here. That's the problem.
And now she done came home and forgot the reality that her man make 100,000 a year. He don't even he had to work what how many years without eating a piece of bread to get her that purse? Or what you want to do all the wrong things. And in 5 minutes he get locked up and you out with the next dude. So that's why I say find who makes you happy for real and leave these people where they at.
Yeah. So
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a
My fault.
nice one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Ye-
leave people where they at
Yeah. So so men are not going overseas just because they want to be treated like king and want to submit. Like really and truly though, I mean, we know brothers that live overseas and that are in full marriages. Like what's his name, Andre and Andrea. I mean, well, I'm not in their house every day, but I mean they are on YouTube very frequently. I mean, you see the life they're leading and they're living. It's not like he got his foot on her neck, like she's a slave or something. I mean, when you go overseas, you're almost living. I mean, you go to Colombia or Brazil or wherever, you're living decent modern life with the woman, right? But at least she respects you. I mean, we just talking about basic. It's just the bare basic minimum. We're simply asking for the bare basic minimum. Respect you and value the man. Here, you're not valued, man. You're not valued at all. The only value a woman have for you here is that 30, 45 minutes that she's spending with you while she's getting some sex from you. After that, she's ready to move on to another guy.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, these
Talking
guys
like
are
that.
just telling you their testimony, Marie. That's not every woman. They just telling you their story.
No, and I
So,
understand. I understand.
hey, look, I'm gonna be real with you, man. It is rough dating out here in the States. I'm telling you, it's rough. Really, really rough. You know.
Well, I
Yes.
I mean, as y'all know my story, I was away many years and came to a country where, I don't really understand people out here like that, so I stay in my lane, but I guess I had the chance to really look at things differently. I don't know, people been out here just living in the present, in the moment, and everything is about life is about levels too. We know that, right? Women, we have that wild period, then you slow down, and when you do decide to slow down, like some of you guys say, you might have 2 3 kids and your value is low, whatever. I don't agree with that, but that's what, when you look at it, this is the thing with Kevin Samuels. He would say these things and they would be hurtful to women. But when you start really looking around, you're like, is this really true though?
Marie, but hold up. If it's hurtful to you, why do they keep coming back? Just to what?
I mean, it
Why
was
do
hurtful, Marie, because it was a lot of it was hardcore truth. It was
Yeah.
very, Marie. I mean, when say Haitian too, I'm a Haitian too.
Oh,
When just
okay,
I
come
just
on here.
where I'm from, it's Belogino. I just checked my name back.
Okay, okay.
But listen though, the bitter tea that we have in Haiti, TSOC. Sometimes when you get sick, your mom give you that nasty tea, that nasty remedy. It's nasty, but you need it for that, illness. Kevin Samuel was that necessary evil that we needed. Unfortunately, I hate to contextualize it this way, but he was the necessary evil that we needed. A lot of the stuff that he was saying was factual. A lot of these women, let me tell you something. A lot of these women will come on his show because they got a business. They were able to level it up. Now they're making 120, $150,000, but they came from a struggling middle class family, a struggling working class family. Their dad weren't a high value man. Now guess who? What they need? They need a high value man because they got access to some money. Man, this thing is so messed up here. You have no idea. I mean, I think you know, but
Eh
us
ben, pou ki
men
sa
that's
ou ba
living it.
retounen Haiti ou chache un bon moun?
She asked me why don't I come back to Haiti and look for somebody. Hey,
E pou
I'm
retounen nan peyi ou gen an pil bon fi nan peyi ya. Men
I'm think I'm
mabdou,
think
an
I'm
pil
thinking
nan
about it,
nou,
Murray. I'm thinking about
nou,
it.
He said that
an pil
earlier now.
gason Haitien pa remen medam yo os Etats-Unis. Sa se kler.
Hey,
Yeah. She's saying a
she
lot of
said,
Haitian men don't like the women in the United States. I mean, that's not Haitian men. That's African American. That's Jamaican American. That's British American. I mean, we have our brother Big J. He's in England, right? He's dealing with the same thing. It's almost all over. I mean, this stuff is traveling in all the modern countries.
Yeah.
hey, but she said earlier, y'all brothers don't want to date the sisters, man. What's
Hey,
up with that, man? Why y'all going over there to them countries, man? What's up with that?
hey,
Uh,
I missed that part,
Mr.
but
Mr. No excuse, man. What they say y'all going to these other countries, man? We want to know why y'all going over there, man. Why y'all don't date the women here, man?
Man, the main difference is, and I'm surprised nobody ain't bring it up. The main
They
difference
say,
is
they
that
say y'all want the dark skinned women. Y'all just want the light skinned women, man.
well,
What's up with that?
I'm the well, I guess I'm the
Playing
exception.
devil's advocate right now.
I
Go
guess
ahead.
I guess I'm the exception, right? You know, what I mean, I got a Afro Colombiana, but
Most
main-
of us date Afro Colombian, Afro Braziliano when we travel anyway.
right.
Yeah, they say y'all just want them light skinned women. Speak on it, Razor. Come on, let's keep it
Hola.
100.
Hey, Rich is instigating, man.
He
Rich
is.
instigating. Hey,
I
Rich,
try to pull some teeth right now.
Rich,
They say y'all only like the light skin with the curly hair. What's up with that?
I got a video for you, Richie Rich. You're gonna edit out this video. You're gonna cut the last 10 minutes of this conversation, make it into an edited video. You're gonna title it "Life in Haiti with Marie versus 3 American Dogs." You know what I mean? Last 10 minutes. You're gonna get
Y'all not dogs. Y'all not dogs.
You're gonna get a lot of views, roller tape. I'm telling you, give me some advice. But yeah.
Shout out to the lovely Kyla in the building. What's
Yo,
going on?
Soy.
Hey,
Hola.
Kyla. Kayla.
Hold on.
Yes, Kayla. I say Kyla.
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 It's
Right?
Kyla.
Kyla. Yo, soy Kyla.
Yo soy Kyla.
A beauty,
Man.
a beauty from DR. Yes, Marie. Yeah, well, you said why we go abroad to date the beauties? The women?
Yeah, man.
Because, well,
They
me
say y'all
personally-
just like the light skinned ones with the curly hair, man.
The light skin.
Maria said earlier, y'all got these women in America trying to look like them.
You know what? You trying to get me jumped on the
Wow.
panel?
No, I got your back.
I
Okay.
get whoever likes me. Light skin, dark skin, it don't matter. Chocolate, dark meat. I like me some dark meat. I'm a light skinned brother, as they say, but I like dark meat. You know what I mean? I love me some dark meat, Marie. So we just getting away from the American Matrix females, their attitudes, basically. It's the attitude. That's the biggest thing. They're too not entitled, but they get too much help from the government. Like you say, you go to the other countries, those women don't really get a lot of help from the government, so their attitudes are
So
little
you the
different.
government.
Why y'all ain't going to Jamaica or
Oh,
Man.
I got you, roller tape.
You know why
Hey.
we ain't going over there.
why y'all go to the country with the sisters?
You're
I
good.
know it's no
Yeah.
excuse, you go everywhere, so I can't get on you, but why y'all ain't going to Jamaica or
Well,
Bahamas or something, man?
I'm gonna tell you, because it's dangerous. I'm not going to Kingston, Jamaica. How about
They
that? It's
they ain't got
dangerous. I'm
that
gonna get
pay for
jacked robbed
play.
by the criminals.
They ain't got that
Hey, what'd
pay
you
for
say?
play.
No excuse. What'd
They
you
ain't
say?
got that pay for play, man. That's what it is, man.
You keeping it 100.
Yeah, if those countries had pay for play, trust me, brothers would be there too.
Oh, wow.
So they just going to pay for play.
Yeah.
Well, certain places are further, certain places are kind of more dangerous. You got a reputation for being more dangerous. And hey, let's be honest, brothers, black guys, right? They like sometimes something outside of what they're used to. We went to school, high school, elementary school, being around a bunch of sisters all our lives. And sometimes we want a Latin flavor. We want something different that we're not really used to. You know what I'm saying? So it's something refreshing, something new. We've been through the battles with the sisters over the years inside the Matrix, aka USA, and it's like a breath of fresh air to meet new cultures. Now, you of course, Jamaica will be a new culture for us, right? Man, yeah, I mean,
Booty clapping sound.
It's weird. I mean, it's a weird dynamic. I know what you're saying. It's a weird dynamic. The Jamaicans, Dominicans. I mean, hey, some guys just love Latin women. Let's be honest. They find them more attractive.
Hey, when you ask brothers if they going to Africa, man, you know what they say?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, nigga.
Well, yeah, hey,
I'm sick of you.
Cape Verde. I would love to go there. Cape Verde. I see some beauties over there, Cape Verde.
They say they got light-skinned Jamaican chicks.
Yeah, I mean, they out there. Melvin, salute to you, Melvin Riddle.
It's too much. It's too much testosterone. It's too much testosterone in countries like in the Caribbean. You got more. Men don't like going to places where it's more men than women, or perceive more men than women. When you think about Jamaica, or Trinidad or these other countries, you think of you think of masculine men, and you think of more competition. You think of too much testosterone in the room. But when you go to like Colombia, where the ratio of women is higher, you don't really see the men as really in the way, so to speak. You don't really feel that too much testosterone in a room feel when you go to like places like Colombia or something like that.
Yeah, more feminine.
You know,
let's just be honest, more feminine. The Jamaican woman, and I don't want to get, you know, from what we see, what we hear, I know some Jamaican, they can be kind of argumentative and loud, you know, sometimes, you know.
Hey,
I've
be
been, I've
careful,
been,
be
I've been,
careful, Razor. Be careful,
yeah.
Razor. Be careful.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah. I don't mean, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I kind of had to interrupt you because you know, I don't want the image, yeah, because you know they're gonna blame all of us.
yeah,
But
I mean,
listen though, there are some feminine women in the Caribbean, in the Black Caribbean countries still. I mean, even in I think even in Haiti, I mean, there are still some feminine, my homeboy who lives in the United States, he just flew back the other day. He came from seeing his wife in Haiti, right? A lot of people do it, especially if you are raised in that country, you want to keep it in that culture. Some people still do. Some of us don't. And I don't think, a big deal should be made about that, right? People like what they like, and I think the whole questioning of I guess most of black men, because I mean the white boy here in the United States, he can just go anywhere, go get himself a woman. I don't think people are gonna question him that much, though. I mean, when it comes to when it comes to black men, even if you go to like Colombia and get a Colombian and get an Afro Colombian that's probably darker skin than you're still gonna be questioned why you went to Colombia and get a woman. So, um, for us black men, sometimes it's them if you do and them if you don't.
wait a minute, but who's the one? Who's the one criticizing? It's not white man. It's the other black men criticizing other black men for traveling abroad for the beauty. Trust me, trust me. I see it
Yeah.
every day, every day, every day. You know what I mean? But we gotta
All right.
carry on. I'm sorry.
Hey, well, hey, we've been live for 2 hours, so I'm not gonna keep her. Maria look like she's tired already.
She tired of us. She tired of us American dogs.
No. Let me tell you, I'm not small-minded like that. And actually, I have a lot of love for you guys. I just say do what makes you happy, okay? If this type is what you like, stick with it. Okay? Just
Well,
you
let's.
do better getting what makes you happy than to be tripping out about what you're not getting all the time and grow old overnight. You know what I'm saying? So if a Colombian chick is what makes you happy, go get her quick so you can be quiet
Yeah.
and we
Now,
move
now I like
on.
it. Now I like your spunk. I like your spunk, Marie.
Hey, so let's end it on a positive note, and let's. I mean, we could say some things that we liked about Kevin Samuels, and so anybody want to step up first and talk about it?
Well, hey, I like Kevin Samuels. He went at the woman. Not so. Yeah, I like him because he went at the woman. He went after. We say we escaped the Matrix, aka USA, for greener pastures abroad to date certain women. Let's just admit it. And Kevin Samuels was the guy. He was the guy that he used to invite the women on, and he used to go after them, and they used to go back and forth. It was great. It was great. It was great entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It was great entertainment. And that's how I looked at it, as entertainment. And a lot of the females looked at it as entertainment. Let's be honest. They enjoyed it. They like to go up there and take the abuse, you know what I'm saying, from Kevin Samuels, and it was all good. It's entertainment. I'm very sad that he's dead, tonight. It's a big blow for the Manosphere, and I have fun with talking about escaping the Matrix and getting away from some of these Matrix females. But no disrespect to any Matrix female out here in the USA. My mama, she's a Matrix female. All of our mothers are Matrix females, and she gets on me about that. But I want to say rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. It's his night. And I really appreciate you inviting me on, roll the tape, and glad to speak to everybody else on the panel, especially Life in Haiti, Marie, especially. It's been great. It's been great. Well, it's been a great panel, and hopefully you will invite me again, roll the tape in the future.
For sure. For sure. Make sure y'all join Razor Ray's channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Can you put like everybody's a link so I can like support?
Yeah, I got
I
you.
try to just, I'm already subscribed, Razor.
Yes, yes, and I appreciate you coming on my in my chats. We gotta get you on a panel one day. You know, gotta
I
get you on
will.
a panel one day and discuss Haiti and everything.
Haiti, yes,
Robbery gone wrong
definitely.
in Haiti. All right, who want to go next? Let's try to keep it short because, like I said, we're going on 2 hours now. People got to go to work. And, you know, anybody want to step up, talk positive about Kevin Samuels? No excuse. You want to jump in there, player?
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, man. The KS, man. It's a shock to all of us. I would just say, I would say his biggest impact, he probably saved the few people that he could save, as far as getting them to think differently. And some women have admitted that they wanted to keep their marriage and situation. So I think, as a people, the ones that's gone is gone. You know what I mean? He wasn't reeling those people back, but there are those loose strands that I think that he tied up as many loose strands as he could. His next agenda was talking about getting laws changed to even a playing field. You know what I mean? Now, I didn't think that he would succeed in getting women to like vote against their interests, because that's basically what would have to happen. So, but I think that his work, what I mean, his work on Earth was done, mission accomplished.
Right,
You know what I mean? So that's all I got to say about that, man. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
right.
All right.
Yeah, rest in peace to the guy, man. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Um, he came, he did his thing, right? There are guys who are still around doing their thing. That will be making videos, streams, and things of that nature, and they probably will never have. And this is not to be comparative or anything of that nature, but the impact that Kevin Samuels had was able to have in the short time that he was here, in just YouTube and Manosphere space, is very it's that will be the goal for a lot of folks, right? Not a lot of people will be able to reach that.
Mm,
And I do think, as far as the few people he reached, I think he reached more people than that. Just think about the many disciples that he has created, the message, how the message was able to travel and reach to a lot of people. So he did some great things, man. His name will live on. Um, and I hope people give him his flowers, give him his dues, to the things that he was able to do, to the message that we have.
right.
That's what's up, man. Maria, what's your thoughts? What you want to say about Kevin Samuels?
Well, obviously, God had him on a mission, and whether some people liked him or not, I don't, with Kevin, looking back now, I don't think people didn't really, really like him. I think it's the way he conveyed his message. But in the end, I always say, even on my show, that when God is done with you, then that's when, he takes you. So he fulfilled his mission. So I pray that he rests in peace. His family can find some peace, and that he's in a better place because life is hard.
Right, right. All right. I appreciate everybody coming on, but my thoughts on him is he definitely was sticking up for the guys, the black guys specifically, and I think he was trying to send a message to a lot of women that, hey, as far as feeling entitled and all that type of stuff, like basically slow your role, play your role. If you want to be a wife, then you got to take on that role. And he was also preaching that guys need to take on their role as guys. In order to have a family, he was always breaking numbers down. Hey, you got to have this a certain amount, this a certain amount. So I think he put a lot of positive things out there, and I think a lot of the negative stuff was just to keep you watching, rating the women and stuff like that. I mean, most women understand that they not. I mean, some of them are real fine, some of them probably not. And most people, they understand what they look like, but sometimes you have to just sit them down and, you just have to basically tell them the truth. Like, hey, look, you a five, baby. A rich man, most of the time, he not going to go for you.
Yeah.
So find that other dude that's a good 6 or 7 on your level and be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's most of the time, that's reality. That's what it is. If a guy is rich, he gonna go after this chick that looks like a stripper. He gonna go for looks. You know what I'm saying? That's just how guys think. So basically, he was just explaining to women how guys think. If I got $1 million, hey, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. Are you gonna accept me or not? So stop trying to be with a basketball player or a rapper or something like that. And if you want a faithful guy, you know what I'm saying? You want a guy that's gonna be 100% faithful to you and be there and love you. Find somebody on your level. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what he was doing, just giving a voice for the brothers, man.
Yes, he was. He was.
Like I say, all of his messages, I didn't believe in everything he was saying, but he was putting out a good message, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to that brother. He gonna be missed.
And highly entertaining too. Highly entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, to do a live for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Keep that audience there, man. That's hard. Yeah. It's hard to do that and keep them numbers up like he did. And you can tell he put a lot of work into his lives too. You could tell he already had everything planned out like the day before. He did his research.
Right.
And he did a damn good job with his live. Because most people say, well, you can't get that many subscribers going lives, but he proved that.
He proved you can.
He proved that to be wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get 1 million subscribers just sitting in the chair, just talking. So shout out to him, man. I hate to see him go right now, He's at the peak, man. Go ahead, Maria. You want to get something on?
I think she's on mute.
Oh, okay. Well, one other thing I want to say about him, man, he was kind of like old school. That's what I liked about him. He was like that old school uncle that used to teach you about women. Like, hey, man, don't take no shit off this paper. Find your one. He just reminded me of that old uncle that you used to have. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevin Samuels. But go ahead, Maria.
No, I bet not.
No, go ahead. No. Keep it 1,000 wild. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead,
we're not leaving the night like that.
Do it, Marie. Do it.
No.
Do it, Marie. Shoot that shot.
You gotta go out with a bang. Gotta go out with a bang, Mary.
No.
Let us have it. Let me have it. Let me have it.
No, it's not any of
Not
you
me?
all, but no. But a lot of the times before you speak on something, you want to make sure it's facts. But I just flashed on you mentioning something about him dying of a drug overdose.
Yeah. No, I said that was a rumor. I didn't say
A
he
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
rumor.
yeah. That's a rumor. Rumors
So that's
out
why I
there.
say. So before you say certain things, you don't just say it off of a rumor. Because the guy
Okay.
didn't look
Hmm.
like he was on drugs, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to
Well, I
him.
mean, well,
It's not the time to beat the damn man up. Rest in
yeah, yeah,
peace.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But Marie, mental health is a real thing. Many of us, and that's another thing. And I would like for the manosphere or people that are in male space, in retrospective to what just happened. Moving forward, I would like to see brothers take mental health more serious, mental health and therapy more serious, and most of us here that live here in the United States, those are luxurious resources that we have access to tap in that other people in other places in other countries they don't have access to. And I think there's a lot of men that are in those spaces. Let's be honest, guys. A lot of people that follow, the men that follow and listen to Kevin Samuel messages, some of them, hell, I can even say, including me, I'm not exempt from that.
Mm.
Some of us could use some therapy. Some of us could use some therapy. Some of those guys need some therapy. You know what I'm saying? So people could be struggling with something that you don't know. It's not gonna be marked on their forehead that person is dealing with such and such thing. Yeah, I mean, people have struggles, right? We're human beings, right? So um I don't know. I'm not saying it's true or it's not true, whatever. I don't know. These are people that some people are cloud chasing on the internet, just throwing shit out there. But you never know. These things are real. People do have real struggles.
Mm. True.
Ou touche tout sa mte vle entre la den nan, oui, fwe. Mta ap di, moun nan te gen nou a gen problem pal, oui. Kompran?
Oh,
Y-
somebody's
yeah,
doomed. Somebody's
yeah,
doomed because
yeah.
he just put that thing on you.
No, no, no. She only said he could have been dealing with some stuff that we didn't know.
Yeah.
And that's true. I heard a brother. Some of us who've been around the ministry know this brother, C Boogie. He had a show, he had a live stream tonight. He was discussing some of these things. And one because he was close, when Kevin Samuel first started, before Kevin Samuel blew up,
Right.
he was very close friend with Kevin Samuel. He said, Kevin Samuel will always be by himself. And he'll always be up late at night. I mean, I don't want to renege. I don't want to renege none of the things that he said, but that's a story of C Boogie's experience with Kevin Samuel. So, I mean, people are human beings, right? We all have struggles. We're just human beings, man. We're not perfect. Then that's it. I mean, there's nothing to be judgmental about it. And like I said, I hope brothers in these spaces sort of push mental health and therapy a little bit more, because I do think that's one thing I myself um I've been really trying to strategize and see how I can move on and actually get those things done for myself. I'm working on myself, and I think people need to be working on themselves, working on making themselves the better version that they are today.
Yes. True. True.
Hey, I appreciate everybody coming on. And I guess within the next few days we'll know some more information on what happened to him or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. We will. We will. And thanks for having me on Roll the Tape.
hey man, I appreciate all y'all coming on, man.
You
I
appreciate
Mr.
it.
do. Me
Reese.
too.
Uh-huh. No
And thank you
excuse.
for the
Life
invite, my
incomplete.
brother. I enjoyed each and every one of you all.
I
Yes.
appreciate your perspective too, you know what I mean?
No
Anytime,
question.
my brother. You
Good night, good
got me
morning,
out the
guys.
bed. Good
All
night,
right.
everybody.
Peace
Good
out.
morning.
All right, yeah.
Peace out.
All
Good
right.
In the small 'cause I know what I'm getting into.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me.
No.
'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way.